Hello and welcome back to How to Write Winning Resumes from writingbetterresumes.com. This is video e-course lesson 6, and today we're going to talk about whether or not you should list your work history in chronological order. And I'm just going to warn you before I start, the answer is yes, no, and maybe. Let's start with the yeses. Yes, you should list your work history in chronological order. And actually it's reverse chronological order. If you wrote it in chronological order, you'd start with your oldest job and work your way to the present. But when we say a chronologically formatted resume, it's actually reverse chronologically formatted because you start with your most recent job and work your way back up to 15 years. So if you do have a strong work history with no major gaps in your employment, then yes, absolutely, list your work history in reverse chronological order. Also, if you are not changing careers, or if you haven't recently changed careers, so again, going back to having a long work history within a given career, you can show a steady progression of skills and experience within your field by listing your work experience this way. Not only that, but this is the traditional resume format, and it's what everybody expects and is familiar with. Now let's talk about when you should not list your work history chronologically. First off, if you have long gaps in your employment history, you don't want to point that out. You want to instead use a functional resume format in which you group your work experience under skills. In addition to that, if you are just out of college and you have no employment history, well, you don't want to highlight that fact either by listing your work history chronologically or in reverse chronological order. Instead, you want to use that functional resume format. And I've talked about this in past lessons, but just as a real quick overview, instead of grouping your work history by dates and working your way back, you group your work history under skills. And under each skill group, you will have work experience from multiple jobs or volunteer work. And if you meet either of these criteria with long gaps, or if you're just out of college, then a functional resume where you group any experience you do have under skill sets is going to present you in a much better light. Now for the maybe. If you're changing careers, you might want to list your work history in chronological order. However, I would not use the traditional chronological format for a resume. I would use a hybrid format in which you combined the chronological resume with the functional resume. So essentially, I would start off contact information, followed by objective statement, followed by skills, in which you highlight the skills that are relevant to the new career, and underneath those skills you put work history, work experience that you have, whether it's volunteer or paid. You list it, and whether it's from the same job or multiple jobs, you list them underneath those skill sets. Then I would put a work history section where I only list the name of the company, the position title, the date I started, and the day I left. Now, why would you do that? Because it shows a good, strong work ethic. It shows that you're reliable. It shows that you've been working and progressing and becoming more and more of a professional for a period of years in which there are no gaps. Now, if you have gaps in your employment history, again, you're back to this no answer. You're not going to list your work history in chronological format. But if there are no gaps and you're just changing careers, start with a skills section where you put work history from multiple jobs under skills that are relevant to this new career, and then list your work history chronologically or in reverse chronological order, but don't include the details of the position, just the name of the company, the position title, date started, and date ending. And that is probably the best resume format for a career changer. Okay. This has been video lesson 6 in the How to Write Winning Resumes video e-course. I look forward to seeing you in video 7. Okay, if you enjoyed the video you just watched and you'd like to find others like it, I want you to go to www writingbetterresumes.com/get-more.html. And what you're going to get when you sign up there, you're going to get the Job Search Action Guide, which is a step-by-step system for landing a job, your dream job, ASAP, fast. And it is a PDF with some embedded video lessons in it, and it will give you this system. You're also going to get the video e-course, How to Write Winning Resumes. It's going to contain 20 videos, just like the one you just watched, as well as also containing some written lessons on how to create a winning resume. And in addition to that, you're going to get a calendar gadget that's going to automatically schedule all your job search activities. So the bottom line is you're going to land more interviews and stand out with this system. It's going to force you to use sales techniques at each step in the hiring process to influence people in your favor. You're going to have step-by-step videos that show you how to set up an automated system using free tools so that you never miss an important step on the way to your new job. You're going to get a proven sales strategy that's at the heart of every good sales pitch. That's right there in the action guide itself. You will get answers to the most common resume writing questions in the e-course. And you're going to learn about all the different resume formats that are available to you, and just way too much for me to list here. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to go to writingbetterresumes.com/getmore.html, sign up, and all this stuff will be delivered directly to your inbox today. All right. See you soon.